Captain, I'm detecting awesome off of the charts. It's all around me. What? It's me. Hey everybody, Shawn here with the Technophiles Newscast. A new phone has just been demoed and it has 3 screens. The Nintendo DS was one of the first consumer products to make use of 2 screens. Since then, phones have started doing the same thing, most notably the Yotaphone with an LED screen on front and then an e-ink screen on back. The Human Media Lab is looking to pick it up a notch by giving you 3 screens. The best part about it though, is that the screens can detach, giving you an intense amount of function. The phone is a modular take on having multiple screens, giving you the option of having a tablet or a phone all within the same device. The 3 e-ink screens automatically determine their shape and can adjust the display accordingly. The 3 screens can act independently, like having 3 smartphones side by side, or they can all work together to display something like Google Maps. It's like having an old school paper map right in front of you. Or so my dad tells me. I'm not really sure, never really used a paper map before. The phone is just a prototype and there don't seem to be any plans to turn this into a consumer phone. However, it's a fantastic mix of modularity and multiple screens that could begin to blur the line between phones and tablets without having to have a gigantic phablet in your pocket like the Samsung Mega. SpaceX just had a successful soft landing with their Falcon 9 rocket. Traditionally, rockets break apart in the upper atmosphere, and the pieces that don't make it up into space come crashing back down into Earth's oceans, discarded to never be used again. With SpaceX's new soft landing rockets, these pieces would return to Earth and land intact at sites like Cape Canaveral. Elon Musk, founder of SpaceX, said that this could cut costs by 70%. The rocket landed in the Atlantic Ocean and unfortunately it was too damaged to be reused because of a raging storm. However, Musk says that the next launch should be able to land on solid ground and will happen by the end of this year. He hopes that this will become standard by 2015. One of my favorite phrases is fun fact, and if you listen to the podcast, you've probably heard me say it 1,000 times. So it shouldn't come as a surprise to you that one of my favorite people in the world is Ken Jennings, and that his loss to Watson was just deeply heartbreaking. However, it looks like we all could become Watson with the power of IBM's supercomputer in our hands. IBM hosted a contest for app developers to propose ideas for apps that could make use of Watson's functionality. IBM is going to take their top 3, fund the app, and then give those app developers access to Watson. App ideas include apps that can check the validity of a news source claim while you're reading it, and a more comprehensive version of WebMD that can tell you if you're just being a hypochondriac or if you really should go to the hospital. It's kind of like Siri and Google Now's big brother just got so sick and tired of their bragging that he decided to jump into the ring and show them how it's done. In a few years, Siri and Google Now may be up to par with Watson, but for now, it just makes sense to make use of what's there. Kickstarter is one of my favorite places with some of the most innovative ideas that big companies aren't willing to take a risk on. Well, here are 2 Kickstarter campaigns that could make your day. Lix is a 3D printing pen. And while there have been other 3D printing pens such as the 3Doodler, they've often been bulky, awkward, and just not conducive to making art. Lix is basically what everyone's been waiting for. A slim, sleek design that actually looks like a pen, and not a stylus for your 3-year-old to interact with their Leapfrog tablet. As well, the pen charges via USB and takes about a minute to get up to filament melting temperatures. The pen looks like a fantastic way to do 3D art. They were looking for £30,000 and raised over £400,000. If you back at £82 or $135, you can get one for yourself, but be quick as they're rapidly running out. Lastly, I'm going to talk about SCiO, a small device that tells you what's in anything. We did a story not too long ago on TellSpec, a device that tells you what's inside of your food. Well, SCiO is just like that, except on steroids. SCiO works just like TellSpec, by reading a spectrum reflected off of any given item. The spectrum is always different because molecules always reflect light differently, giving off a different spectrum to be read by the device. SCiO is going beyond just food and telling you anything about your environment, telling you how healthy are your plants, how nutrient-rich is your soil, and telling you how ripe fruit is. Basically, they're making a tricorder. Captain, we have to get out of here. Why, you ask? There's just too much awesome! This could be an amazing education tool. Getting these into the hands of our students could help them understand the makeup of our world better and engage them in science on a whole other level. Link down in the doobly-doo. That is it for the Technophiles Newscast. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share. This video was made with the help of these amazing people. As well, you can find us all over the net on Twitter at TechnophileSPod, Facebook, facebook.com/Technophilespodcast. You can also find us on our website, Technophilespodcast.com. If you want to keep learning about the coolest stuff in tech with us, you can subscribe at youtube.com/Technophilespodcast. That's it, and I'll see you guys next week. Captain, I'm getting some strange readings. The entertainment levels are just off the charts. They're some sort of information database with just all of the increasing technology from around the world. Captain, we must check these out.